Mr. Browne, I want to turn back to you again because, again, remember, this is a small town, some 700 people. Everybody kind of knows everybody. Everybody kind of knows the gossip. And we were touching on this a little bit earlier, the court-martial proceedings, that Calvin Phillips was supposed to testify against Christian Martin in court-martial military proceedings 2 weeks after he ended up being killed. So which way does that cut? Does it cut for the defense? Does it cut for the state?
I think it helps the state out immensely. Obviously, there's motive there on behalf of the defendant to get rid of a witness, and I think that's huge. But going back to the piece of the evidence, which I think it's finally wrapped up. And what I mean by that is you've got the governor, little sort of bias. Then you have the hometown representative coming over, which is a little bit of bias. But now you have those photos. And I think you got those photos showing that shell casing clearly, in my mind, shows, listen, there's a ton of arguments to say that that shell casing was planted there. And I think now you tie it with all of these other personal practices. I think that cuts the biggest for the defense. And I don't know what the prosecution has to combat that. But if I'm the defense, that's where I take my stand.
Well, that's where I want to press you a little bit more on, whether this piece about the court-martial proceedings, whether it is really favorable for the state proving motive. Because isn't there an argument to be made that, well, look, the victim's family already had negative opinions about Christian Martin. They knew that their dad was going to testify against him. And so maybe they already had it in their minds. This is a bad guy. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that they probably did already have it in there. And that bias, that sort of conjecture or prejudice is what the defendant is going to play off of the entire trial. Yeah,
Mr. Barhomo, what do you think?
The marshal had something on the defendant. There was information. We even know what he would have said even after postmortem. And I think that the defendant certainly had motive to kill him. If what he was going to allege, that is the victim, if what he was going to allege was true. So ultimately, there is motive in this case, and I don't think there's any denying of that. I think that there is a sufficiency of the evidence issues, and if we could get over those hurdles, we may just be able to attain a conviction.
All right. So something we're going to be watching very closely. Thank you so much for digging into this with us. That's attorneys Byron Browne and Matthew Barhomo.